Welcome, Malden sports fans, to another edition of Around the Rim, ATR. I am your host, the Dudster, Nestor Dudley. The journey to the madness, to March Madness, has begun. Pistons are still pitching a shutout. They're in, they're locked, they're going to the madness. Bullets, second slot, right where I thought they would be. Madness, lock. The Hawks, I know the first show I said they tain't going, but the Hawks are going. Madness, they are locked. The Lakers, the Sonics, they're vying for their fourth slot. Kings are not out of it, but in order for the Kings to make it, a few things have to happen. And as Razor Ramon said to the Candy Man before he gave them chops, it's gonna be rough. So 3 are in, 2 are vying for 1, and there's a third vying for their fourth slot. Now, my guest tonight, supposed to be Izzy Cherry, representing the Hawks, and Jerome Bell, representing the Bullets. I have their seats open. I have the mics hanging. I have their home jerseys hanging accordingly, the Hawks and the Bullets. This was their time to get their thoughts out, to share their thoughts. This was their show. And they were also going to refute a couple of things that they've heard, both myself and Brad with Benton, who's always representing. But as you can see, they tain't here. Now, when you make a commitment, when you give your word, because that's all of us really own, it's our words. When you make a commitment, when you give your word, you should follow up on your commitment. You should give the word. Ain't that right, Big Game?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's absolutely right.
When you give your word. So they did not give their word. I mean, they did give their word. They did not keep their word. So the easy thing for me to do would have been just to repeat last week's show, but I had to put them on Front Street. Had to show them tough love. Got to let everybody out there know that they gave their word, they made the commitment, they did not honor their commitment. So having said that, I got this off my chest. Big Game, would you like to add anything?
Shame on them.
Shame on them. The show will go on. So what we're going to do, we are going to replay last week's show, hosted by Brad with Benton, who's always representing. But before we go to last week's show, I do want to give an update on my daughter Conchessa Dudley playing basketball last week, which is why I missed last week's show. They lost to Ashland. Ashland varsity basketball were coming out there raining threes. And you all know how I feel about jacking up threes, but these girls were knocking these threes down. So they basically ran Randolph High off their home court. Unfortunate for Randolph High. Congratulations to Ashland High. They're going to move on in the tournament. I basically don't care anymore because my baby's team got knocked out. So now we're going to replay last week's show, already in progress.
They're playing basketball. We love that basketball. They're playing basketball. We love that basketball. They're playing basketball. We love that basketball. They're playing basketball.
Do you want to come on real quick? We'll just
If you want, I don't care.
a quick dialogue and then we're out.
We're still recording.
Yes, a quick dialogue and then we're out.
All right, go ahead. I'll go and.
Well,
Have a seat. Let me do that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all set.
Is it?
I hope so. You want me to be them?
Mike yourself. No.
Because I can go chair to chair and go, yeah, because I'm a better player than him. Yeah, but I beat you in the summer league.
No, I
I'm
already.
calling you now because I just took the #1 spot.
I already said that they made the commitment, but they didn't show and all this stuff. And me and Big Game already said, they should have showed, blah, blah, blah. So that was Badako saying I had no idea that they were coming. And I should have said butt cheeks. Badako said, well, could you break in and say breaking news? And, oh, by the way, the butt cheeks tightened up. I'm like, I'm going to do that now.
All right, here we go.
Where's your phone ringing?
Back on 2.
Yes. You going to turn off your phone?
Oh, that's mine? It's a new ringer.
They're playing basketball. We love that basketball. They're playing basketball. We love that basketball.
Yes. I just wanted to interrupt last week's show because I can do that. This is my show. I'm being joined here by Bradford Benton, who happened to be just driving by and was watching us and realized that the guest,
I wanted to see your guest. I didn't know who was on.
it was Izzy Cherry, it was Jerome Bell.
I just figured that out.
They made the commitment. They ain't here.
What happened?
I think their butt cheeks tightened up. I mean, seriously, they've been,
Those two of them, well, one of them's the most talkative in the league, and then the other one's not showing up. I thought this would be the perfect platform for them to take off and do what they want to do, and that's talk about each other. For them not to show up, I'm shocked.
I'm shocked too. You made the commitment.
You did.
They made the commitment. You have to keep your word because, as I said before, that only thing that we really own in our life is our word. Mm-hmm. So when you give your word, you have to keep your word. True. And if something happened, there are a few things that happen. So if there was any type of change in their schedule, if something happened or something went wrong, if they can't find parking, whatever, all you got to do is just dial those 10 digits. I'm not
Did they tweet?
They didn't tweet. There was nothing. I'm not a hard person to find.
No.
You could tweet me at Nestor Dudley.
You can.
Could tweet you at Bradworth Benton.
Yeah.
You could call Marlin Access Television.
Yes.
You have options, Brad.
You do.
And they elected not to utilize any of their options.
Wow. And then they're going to go to this weekend's games talking smack about each other and, oh, my bad, I didn't show up. Well, whose fault is that? That's not your fault.
And it's not your fault.
No, I didn't even know they were on until I was driving by and saw the replay, and I admired the guy who was hosting last week. Oh, wait, that was me. But go ahead.
I gave you props for hosting that show last
did.
week. I
You
gave you
did.
props. So once again, I just want to say that
I had my black wave cap on, too. Well,
I noticed that.
Yeah.
Once again, I want to say that this was their show. Jerome Bell, Izzy Cherry.
yep.
They didn't come here. The only thing that I could assume,
They
Is
got
that-
beamed up.
not that they got beamed up, but that their butt cheeks tighten up.
Does this constitute or fall along the same lines as hashtag accountability?
Hashtag accountability. Yes, it does. We'll have to tweet this.
We've got to tweet it.
So with that, back to last week's repeat.
Really?
Reffing ain't easy. Yes, you can sit
Cool.
here. You can sit here and watch yourself.
I shall. Let's check it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Works for me.
We love that basketball. They're playing basketball.
See, just in case they didn't show up, I had programmed last week's show on the preview monitor. Going to do everything we just did. It's
Just
going to be
come
a
back
do-over.
and say what you didn't see.
No.
Okay, we're just
Because
gonna do it as is.
never got interrupted.
Okay.
They're playing basketball. We love that basketball.
interrupting the repeat of last week because I'm being joined by @Brad with Benton, who's hashtag always representing, and he was shocked to find out that the two guests that were supposed to be here,
Yeah.
Izzy Cherry, Jerome Bell, they made their commitment, they gave the word, but yet Brad, they tain't here.
Voted most talkative in the league, this Izzy. Figured this is the perfect platform for him. He no-shows. Jerome, the man that he did beat in the summer league, no-shows. I don't know if he wanted to relive that. He's scared. Or he just really didn't have a lot to say now that he did take over Izzy's spot at the top of the league and scoring so far.
When you make the commitment, Brad, you know, as I know,
Yes.
that the only thing that we all have in our life is that we have our word.
True.
So once you give your word, you have to honor that commitment. Unless, of course, now we know that throughout life, little hurdles happen and so forth, a little change of schedule. So if there was any type of emergency, say if they had vehicle troubles or anything, it could have been anything. Maybe they're feeling a little bit under the weather. What you can do, you have to reach out and let somebody know. And Brad, I am not a hard person to get in touch with.
No, you're not. They can reach you here. They can tweet you.
@Nestor Dudley.
They can tweet me @Brad with Benton, and I can tweet you if they don't have you.
You can
But they
retweet.
should follow you,
They should follow.
and that way they can find you.
Yes. So
You got
know,
the shirts and everything.
the shirts are here.
Hashtag accountability.
Hashtag accountability, and there was a lack of. So, Brad, in my opinion, their butt cheeks just got tight. Just tighten up. Tight butt cheeks. They knew the red lights were coming on as soon as they sat down, and they did not. Brad, I hope you're tweeting all this.
I am tweeting as fast as I can. How do you spell disarray?
Disarray. D-I-S array.
Got it.
There you go. So, once again, we're going to return to last week's show being hosted by Brad with Benton. Referent ain't easy,
It's not easy, so they claim.
and neither is hosting a live talk show when your guests don't show up.
That's even worse. I'd rather ref.
So back to the last week's show. Brad, let's sit down and watch your performance.
I'm going to check it out because I haven't really watched myself. I'm kind of shy.
Basketball. We love that basketball. They're playing basketball.
Okay, we're in the clear.
You want to go again?
Nah.
I was going to say, we're just wrap.